tell the people that they first got to forgive themselves. See, you try to make people think that you've changed, when in actuality you haven't convinced yourself that you've changed. See, sometimes God delivers us from things and we feel that thing, we know we were delivered from it, but then we let that mind play tricks on us, say you ain't delivered from it. You still want it. You still gonna cuss them out. You still, and then we begin to go back and start picking up on them same habits. But I challenge you this morning to just lift your hands and tell God to make you over. See, if you just ask God to make you over, but when you ask God to make you over, you gotta know that when he makes you over, that you're changed. You can't let your mind and the people in your past come back and say what you used to do. Because until you can stand up to them and tell them, yeah, that was me, but do you know me now? See, everybody can tell you what you used to be, but you can't convince me that you changed if you ain't convinced yourself. You can tell me you've changed, but it's up to me to believe it. But when you can't convince yourself, that's where the problem yet lies. So that's why you begin to pick up on the stuff you used to do, because now you're doubting yourself. But I challenge you, even when them old thoughts come about, that you tell yourself, self, that's what I used to do. Self, I don't do that no more. Self, I ain't gonna do that no more. See, sometimes we got to ask God to deliver me from me, because sometimes we are our worst enemy. Yeah. Wait. I'm gonna say that again. Sometimes we are our worst enemy. See, my prayers daily was for God to expose the enemy and just move them from around me. But then I began to pray. I said, God, anything and anybody that would keep me from your perfect will. God, see, I'm not strong enough to walk away from some people or some things. But if I say, God, anything that's keeping me from being in your perfect will, no longer do I have to try to walk away from them, because they'll walk away from me. God will cause them to walk away from you, and you won't even miss them. You won't even realize that you ain't talked to somebody that you used to talk to 4 and 5 times a day. You won't even realize you ain't talked to them. But you gotta want it. And you gotta mean business with God. See, you can't be, you can't be playing no games. You got to first know what you want and be adamant about that thing. And say, God, now you know I got a heart after you. But me, this me, I'm not strong enough to walk in your perfect will. But God, everything that hinders me from your perfect will, God, move it out my path. God, send me to the left if they on the right. Because God, I don't want to keep doing the things I used to do. I don't want to be the person that I used to be. Because I need to convince myself that I've changed. And the only way I can convince myself is when the things that used to make me happy don't make me happy no more. The people that used to make me happy, they not gonna make me happy no. See, I don't have to wake up based on talking to brother him or brother him. I can wake up because I know I got an advocate with my Father. But you got to be serious with God. You got to mean it. You got to first want it. See, I tell God, I need you to override my will, because my will don't always mean me no good. My will want what feels right and what sounds right. But your perfect will, God, is what I need. So God, I just need you to make me over. Just stretch your hands and tell God to make you over. God, I'm my worst enemy. It ain't the people that's talking about me. God, it's me talking about people. It ain't the people using me. It's me using people. Because the one thing about folk, if we find somebody we can use, we'll do them in. And God said, you getting in trouble with me when you bother with God's people. When you take advantage of my people, you getting in trouble with God. So if I were you, if you know you don't mean I'm no good, and you know you ain't doing right, I would get myself right on out of it. Because you getting deeper in trouble. See, God don't charge you for the things that you don't know. But I stand here to tell you now so you know. And I know it's for somebody, because God don't just give me anything for anybody. Every time he sends something, it's for somebody. Your confidence is bad. It's low, it's low, it's low, it's low. But it's not about convincing the other people first. It's about you walking upright and knowing I'm walking upright. See, you don't know my story. God is so awesome. If you ever notice people, Paula, come here, stand right here. Wanda, stand right here. Now, if everybody in here had to come and get behind somebody, you would get behind the person that you think your attitude, your being connects to. You're going to have to see something in somebody. See, God is doing something in his people right now that if somebody used to use drugs, they gonna see something in Sister Paula. So I'm gonna come this way, because I know Sister Paula gonna help me to get where I need to be, because she been delivered from drugs. See, I can't attach over here, because my sister don't know nothing about drugs. But if I want to be truly delivered from drugs, I got to go to somebody who can tell me I've been there and I've done that. Tell me what you did to get off of it. See, you can't tell me what to do to get off drugs, because you ain't never been there. But you can. So we hook up with folk that don't even mean us so good. Sometimes God sends us places for a season. Bro, he sent me right here to just encourage you. Now you done caught a hold to it. Now you can encourage yourself. He gonna send me over here. Because she got a business mind, so now she can impart what God has for me to get. So now it's time for me to go. God ain't put you with some folk for a death do you part. Some people you just there for a season. And when God say move, you ain't got enough sense to move. It's some people you're connected with, it's time for you to move, before they start drawing you back into their way. I can't connect over here if she don't have anything to help me be delivered. And then guess what? Sometimes God gonna say, I done connect you with all the people that you needed to be connected with. Now you got to stand on your own. You got to get it for yourself. It ain't time for me to call you no more, Sister Jamie. I got to get it for myself now. See, when I needed a little grocery, it was okay for me to call you. But now Okay, your pastor done told you, get your ledger, write it down, balance your books. Now you should be able to go buy your own grocery. Because I sent the woman of God that's after my heart, that's going to teach you integrity. See, I can't tell you I'm going to the grocery store because Dylan's got a sale and I need a pair of shoes. See, some of us get the wrong context about what God is doing for us. Some people, God put us there and we don't get what we need to get from them. We try to use them. Sister Monique, see, when God connect with me, with you, I got to get what God told me to get. I can't ask you for nothing more, nothing less. If I need wisdom, if I need to know, I need me here to get it now, but it's time to go. Now he says it's time to stand alone. And some of us don't have enough sense to know when it's time to stand alone. Because now I'm finna turn up the heat on Sister Jamie. So she finna start going through some things that you're not going to understand. But if you stay there, you're gonna fall off the boat because you're not to that level. So that's why you got to get it and go. See, I got to get my little grocery money and I got to get on my feet and I got to go. Because if I stay there, now God finna send her through a test because he's finna increase her testimony. I'm not going to understand because spiritually I ain't to that level. I'm going to sing this last song. And my pastor with this brown shirt going to come. And I know when God give me, a whole bunch of, he done filled her up the more because he ain't going to give me nothing that he ain't gave her. So I know she going to preach the house down. But this next song, it says, you don't know my story. The anguish and the guilt that consumed me. But now grateful I can tell you. Because no more do the shame and shackles condemn me. My story might blow your mind. So when God increased my testimony, you got to get out the way because you ain't gonna understand. You're gonna fall all the way off the boat. You can play number 4 because I'm ready. But that word for somebody. And I'm gonna sing my song and I'm gonna get out the way.